Hello and welcome to the Beginner.English.Podcast. I'm your host, Emma.
And I'm Oliver. It's great to be with you today. In this episode, we have a really inspiring story to share. We're going to talk about a global music star.
That's right, we're talking about Bad Bunny. He is one of the most famous music artists in the world right now. Millions and millions of people listen to his songs.
Yes, and what's amazing is that his music is in Spanish, but his fans are from everywhere, all around the globe. So the big question is, how did he become so successful?
Exactly. Today we're going to look at his story in a simple and friendly way. It's a story about starting small and dreaming big. So let's begin with his early life.
Okay, so Bad Bunny was born in Puerto Rico, and, his real name is not Bad Bunny. It's Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio.
That's a much longer name. Okay, he grew up in a small town, and his family was just a normal family. He wasn't from a rich or famous background. He was actually a quiet kid.
Yeah, and he liked music from a very young age. When he was a child, he sang in his church choir.
Right. And he listened to all kinds of music. Things like reggaeton, Latin trap, pop, hip-hop, a really big mix. So music was a huge part of his daily life.
But here's the interesting part. He didn't think to himself, I am going to be a world star. For him, at first, music was just something he really loved to do. It was a passion.
Just a passion. I love that. When he got older, he went to university to study communication. And at the same time, he had a job. He worked in a supermarket.
Yes, really. He packed groceries for customers, bagging up food and items. This part of his story is so famous because it shows that, huge success can start from very simple, normal places.
It's very relatable. So while he was studying and working, he also started to make music at home.
He recorded his songs right in his bedroom. Think about that. He didn't have a big, expensive studio or a big team of people helping him.
No, he just had a computer, a microphone, and a lot of motivation. That motivation is so important.
It really is. So he started posting his songs online on a music website called SoundCloud. At first, only a few people listened. It was a slow start.
But his voice was different. His style was fresh and new. And his lyrics, the words in his songs, they felt real. People could connect with them.
Right, authentic. And slowly, step by step, more people started to notice him. And then one day, a music producer heard one of his songs online.
And this was the big moment. The producer loved the song and contacted Benito. This one moment, it completely changed his life.
Totally. Soon after that, he started to work with other artists, and this is when he chose his famous name, Bad Bunny. It's a funny name, a little strange, but people remember it very easily.
It's very memorable. And after he started collaborating or working with other artists, his popularity grew very, very fast. It was a fast rise to fame.
His songs were suddenly played in clubs and on the radio. People loved his energy and his unique sound. He wasn't trying to sound like everyone else. He was just himself.
That's a great point. His early songs talked about real life, about feelings, and street culture. Many young people felt a strong connection to his music because of that honesty.
And his popularity just exploded. In a really short time, he went from recording music in his bedroom to performing on huge stages in front of thousands of people.
Wow. And the albums he released became so popular. His songs were streamed or played online millions and millions of times. Soon, he was one of the most listened to artists in the entire world.
Yeah, and this is so special because he sings mostly in Spanish. But people all over the world who don't even speak Spanish absolutely love his music. It shows how music connects us.
It really does. So let's talk about one of the biggest reasons for his success. A big theme in his story is that being different is a strength.
Definitely. He is not afraid to be different. You can see it in his style. He wears very colorful clothes. He paints his nails. He talks openly about his emotions and feelings.
And some people might be surprised by his style, but so many people respect him for being honest and true to himself.
He shows everyone that you don't need to follow old rules to be successful. You can create your own style, your own path.
That's such an important message, especially for his young fans. The message is, you can be yourself and you can still succeed. It's very powerful.
Right. And he does more than that. Bad Bunny also talks about important social topics. He supports ideas like respect, equality, and freedom.
He uses his voice to speak about problems in society. For many fans, this makes him more than just a singer. He becomes a role model.
Yeah, a role model. But when we see all this success on social media, it can look easy. But we have to remember the hard work that happens behind the scenes.
Oh, absolutely. Behind every success story, there is so much hard work. Bad Bunny worked for many, many hours on his music. He wrote lyrics, he practiced, he recorded his songs again and again until they were perfect.
Of course, there were days when he was tired. There were days when things just did not work. But he didn't stop. He kept going. He continued to learn and improve.
And that is such an important lesson. Talent is helpful, of course, but hard work is what really matters.
Exactly. And he also learned how the music business works. He worked with producers, managers, and other artists to understand the industry. He made smart choices for his career.
Right. He wasn't trying to be famous for just 1 month. He wanted to build something that would last a long, long time.
And he did. His music crossed borders. It didn't just become popular in Latin America. People in the United States, in Europe, and all over the world listen to him. He performs at huge music festivals.
He's won so many important music awards, and his albums always reach the top of the music charts. It's really incredible.
Yeah, at one point, he became one of the most streamed artists in the world. That is such a huge achievement, especially, again, for an artist who sings in Spanish.
It really shows that music is a universal language. It connects people even if they don't understand every single word. You can feel the emotion.
I agree completely. And even with all of this global success, he stays connected to his roots.
So, Oliver, we've talked about his journey, but let's dive a little deeper into the music itself. How would you describe the Bad Bunny sound? That's another thing people love about him. He often talks about his home, Puerto Rico. He is very proud of where he comes from.
Yes, he uses his platform to speak about problems on the island and supports local culture and artists there. He really didn't forget where he came from.
And that's a beautiful message. You can grow and travel the world, but still keep your home and your roots in your heart.
So, what can we all learn from his story? I think it's so inspiring because it feels real. He didn't start rich or famous. He started with a dream, some simple tools, and a lot of effort.
Exactly. And there are some simple lessons we can take away. First, you can start small. A bedroom can be a studio. A small website can be your first stage.
Yeah, also being different is a good thing. Your unique style is your power. And hard work always matters. Talent gets better when you practice.
And a really big one, don't wait for perfect conditions. Start with what you have right now. And finally, stay true to yourself. People connect with honesty.
That's great advice for anyone. And for all of you listening and learning English, his story can help you too.
That's a really good point, Oliver. Learning a language is not easy. Sometimes you feel slow, and sometimes you make mistakes. That is completely normal.
It is. So just think about Bad Bunny packing groceries and recording songs in his room. He didn't wait until everything was perfect. He just started.
And you can start too, with your English. Speak a little every day, listen a little every day. Just improve step by step.
Exactly. So for our final thoughts, Bad Bunny's path to success isn't magic. It's a story of small steps, big dreams, and steady, consistent work. Bad Bunny did not become famous overnight. He started making music while working in a supermarket in Puerto Rico. He recorded songs in his bedroom and posted them online. In 2016, music producers noticed him. He started working with other artists and performing in Puerto Rico and Latin America. In about 2 to 3 years, he released his first big album and became popular worldwide.
His journey from a supermarket worker to a global music star shows that real change is possible. You don't need to become a world-famous singer, of course, but you can take inspiration from his story for your own life.
Believe in your progress. Keep going. And always remember, big journeys often start with very small steps.
That's a perfect way to end it. Let us know in the comments if you would like to hear more stories like this. Thank you so much for listening to the Beginner English Podcast today. We hope you feel inspired.
Wow, this entire story inspired me so much. Thank you, Emma.
I really enjoyed it too. Hopefully, our listeners liked it as much as we did.
Goodbye, everyone. See you soon in our next podcast.
Bye.